60, 59. That's how my time here at Vanguard begun. Counting down the seconds, never imagining how much each one would come to me. I've spent 59,702,400 dedicated seconds at a school that truly believes in my potential. And now, that countdown ends. Not with a full stop, but with a pause as we step into what comes next. Kia ora, talofa lava, mahaloa lele, and a warm greeting to you all. Today, I stand here, honored and humbled, to speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2025. In the next few moments, I'd like to take you on a journey, breaking down the hours, stretching out the minutes, and reflecting on the seconds that have shaped all recruits who have passed through this building. I want to make you aware of how much impact every tick and every talk has had on our lives. 58, 57, 56. The clock doesn't stop ticking even as I am talking. 55, 54, 53. The Vanguard clock is held in the hands of every 52, 51, 50 or so new recruits that walk through those two glass doors at the front of the school. And yes, that probably is where you failed your first test, but don't worry, because the majority of us did too. At Vanguard, I failed and failed and failed 49 times, but that did not make me throw the clock on the floor and stomp on it out of frustration. You see, many people take the Vanguard clock for granted, but for me, it's what made the failures worth staying for. Before I go any further, I'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank all the staff, recruits, and leaders who have helped shape who I am today. Your guidance helped turn failure into resilience, and from resilience, success. I've spent way over 48 PT sessions dying, wanting to give up. And for more than 47 school days, I questioned if I belonged here at all. But Vanguard never saw me as extra weight on the boat, even though I always had to chip in my 46 cents. In 2022, when I realized I was going to a military school, yes, a military school, I felt fear. Fear is that voice in your head telling you, I'm scared, I'm going to get hurt. For over 45 days, I battled that voice, mistakenly letting it live in my head 24/7, nagging me every day until I killed it. This taught me that it's never too late to face your fears. Today, I'm still uneasy, but there's something Nelson Mandela said about those of us who have triumphed over fear. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. No matter the fear I conquered, no matter how hard I tried to slow time down, the clock kept on ticking. 44, 43, 42. Now, let's jump back in time to when I was in year 9. I was excited to learn, excited to be in high school, until year 10. With the 41, 40, 39 times, I'd be told, Corey, are you listening? When I reached the middle of year 10, I learned how slowly time goes when you hate your school. 38, 37, 36, teacher said, Corey, stop staring at the clock. That's just a glimpse of what I heard at my old school and why I decided Vanguard was for me. Once here, Vanguard showed me what school truly is. It demonstrated that home isn't necessarily a house. Rather, it's a place that offers a warm embrace, a place of safety and comfort that you look forward to spending time in. But time flies like that. And before you know it, level 1s and 2s, you'll be required to leave the cozy Vanguard home, the nest, and spread your wings and fly. Vanguard encourages you to be the best you can be and to finish better than you started, to think beyond the person you used to be encouraged to live the life you've been dreaming of. Some might have viewed the kids with 35 CTs as losers, but here at Vanguard, we take time to hear their stories. I spent more than 34 minutes talking to a new person, finding out their story, how their parents are 33 years old, and how they have 32 minutes to get home before their mum thinks they've been kidnapped. I've learned over 31 new names, forgetting them in 30 seconds, but learning them again in the next 29. I've heard over 28 stories of kids whose parents are barely around because they're too busy working for $27 an hour. Families that are stretched so thin that they only have $26 to spend on food that week. With 25 family members living in one household because the cost of living has gone up so high, and working 24 hours of overtime just isn't enough to get them through the month. So the kids who haven't even reached the ages of 23, 22, or 21 have to step up, juggle school and work to help provide for their family. But Vanguard helps us develop that strength and resilience to get through these challenges. So when all is said and done, it's really cool here. We've had so many different and fun ICs each term. 20 ICs designed for us by 19 dedicated staff members. It must also be acknowledged that the friends you have at 18 are a big influence on your lives. So, in just 17 seconds, I'm going to remind you that you should choose your friends wisely, as bad company corrupts good character. At 16, it's easy to forget why we spend 15 minutes each morning on parade. The idea that we get to do it and not we have to do it slowly sets in and makes more sense by level 3 because this is it. We're no longer who we were when we were 14. We've become part of something bigger, something better. You may not realize this now, but for some year 13 sitting here, even those of us who dreamt of being astronauts when we were 12 or 11, this will be the last time you see their faces before they're 10 years down the track, finishing their articles to qualify as a lawyer, or training dogs in the K9 unit of the police force, spend the next 8+ years serving for our country, or the next few years studying to become a real estate agent so they can have a bank account with over 7 mil in it, or before they dedicate up to 6 years of study to become an ECE, or commit the next 5 years of their lives to become an architect or an ER doctor, or 4 years to become a midwife, or 3 years to become an ultrasound technician. Oi! Nah, jokes. We're now down to 2. Tick, tock, tick, tock. And so, the clock in the hands of all the level 3s will vanish in the blink of one eye. And we will have graduated. 0. The end of our countdown. Our time here is over. And I'm grateful, proud, and happy to say that in all that time, Vanguard has never given up on any of us. And so, thank you, staff. Thank you, fellow recruits. And thank you, Vanguard. Haere rā, whakapainga tēnei kura.